And welcome back to According to Tom. My name is Tom. I am your host today. We are reviewing Daredevil Born Again episode 5 and 6. Let's do it. And of course, today we are joined by my co-host Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Good, man. Tired.
Tired. It's been doing a lot of driving, I guess.
Yeah. It's been yeah, it's late. Late night for me,
It is. It's
but
what?
that's all right.
What time is it over there right now?
It is just after midnight.
Jeez. You an hour ahead of me?
I'm an hour ahead.
Wow, it's midnight. Okay,
Damn,
let's.
man. It'll be nice when they get rid of yeah. Daylight savings time totally screws me up.
Yeah,
So
we don't have that in Arizona.
we're technically the same time zone, but
I
because we
know.
do daylight savings time in Utah,
There's no longer farmers over there, so I don't know why they keep doing
that was
it.
yeah.
Anyways, let's get right into it, folks. If you're new to my channel, this is our format. We review movies, shows. Lately, I have not been going to a lot of movies, but in 2025, I make a goal to watch more movies than I did 2024. Although I watched a lot of movies in 2024 too, but this time I'm trying to support the movie theater as well. And so, but we're welcome, subscribe, hit that like button. And what we do is just do our reviews on the latest movies as well as the show. And today we were given a special event where they usually drop one episode a week. But this past week, they dropped two episodes. Episode 5, titled With Interest, and then episode 6, titled Excessive Force. There's a reason why. Although in episode
Yeah.
5, there's one, the
Yeah.
end scene, that was
That
excessive
was
force.
brutal.
Oh, man.
That was brutal.
We'll talk about it. And if you have not seen Daredevil Born Again, episode 5 and 6, this will be your warning. This is a spoiler review. We will be talking every detail as much as we can about the episodes. And if you have not seen it, please stop, go watch it, and come back and listen to our thoughts and our opinion about these two
This
episodes.
this is your spoiler warning.
Three, two, one. You've been warned. Okay, let's get into it, Dave. Episode 5 and 6.
Okay.
What was your first impression of episode 5? Let's start with that.
Um yeah, my first impression was I forgot Miss Marvel was the thing.
She
And this
Miss
episode
Marvel
reminded me.
Miss Marvel is real. She's still
Yeah,
alive in
in
the
the Marvel
MCU.
universe.
She's a mutant, apparently. Remember?
She's a mutant. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I never saw the Marvels. So I the
well, lucky you.
the last thing I remember was from the series Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
So
she was good in the Marvels, and you know
was
what?
she? That's what I
Even
heard. Like I heard her performance
yeah,
was probably one of the best.
even Captain Marvel. She
Brie
was
Larson.
Brie Larson. She was actually pretty decent in this one. She was
She's
yeah, so
yeah.
not too bad. But
So yeah,
as
yeah. The pre well, I think it was the previous episode ended not ended, but one of the things that was mentioned was they were trying to get some more cash flow, right? So he'd set up meetings with the banker. It was like New York bank or some anyway, some financial institution. Matt Murdock went to get a loan, and he was supposed to meet with the bank manager, but the assistant manager was the one that helped him. The assistant manager was Kamala's father.
were you surprised that he's in it?
Yeah, yeah, I was a little
Oh,
surprised. They're. I didn't expect them to bring that character in, but I guess the character is in that area of the world, Jersey City,
correct.
apparently.
Yeah.
So, um, a
She
little surprised, but
she might make an appearance because remember
you think so?
he was invited to to the dinner
Oh yeah,
at the house.
yeah,
So I don't
that's
know.
right.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. The bank heist was interesting.
It's
I don't know. I guess it kind of fits.
I mean if you've seen the Inside Man, this is what it was. This is actually the plot. The Inside
The
Man.
Inside Man.
That's with Denzel Washington and Clyde Owen when they were
Oh,
robbing
Clive
the
Owen.
bank. Yeah, Clive Owen, and then he hid himself for like a week or two in the bank,
Yeah.
and then he walked out of the bank with no harm, no nothing. And so you get a bank robbery going on. Is there's an inside well, inside person who's giving him all these tips, and they know exactly what they're doing, and it turned out to be one of the girls in there that
Oh
was in
yeah.
the bank. And so I thought the episode was fine. I
Yeah.
wasn't like I knew I being in the space of entertainment, and I listened to a lot of movie news and stuff. I knew that he was in it because the casting was already announced that he was going to be in it.
Kamal or the
Kamala Das,
Khan
yeah,
Kamal's dad.
I
Yeah.
don't know his name. I'm not even going to try to say it.
Something Khan.
I
Yeah.
might butcher it and offend somebody, but I thought that
Yeah, you will.
maybe Kamala herself, was going to be in it. So, but maybe she will.
Oh, you
Maybe she
did?
will. So I thought maybe that was gonna be a surprise, but no. I love that he's in it. The Kamala's dad. I think he's funny. I think
Yeah.
he's to me. It's always been one of those characters that's grounded. He'll bring you back. He's more of a Jersey guy who's been through a lot of rough time as well as having to work his way up in society and
Yeah.
he's always bring Kamala back down even though she has his power galaxy type, going on galaxy adventure and stuff. But he's always been that character to ground Kamala into her, being humble, being understanding what life is all about, and it's about family. And I love the aspect of Miss Marvel's show. It's the fact it's the family
Oh
that
yeah.
was more entertaining than the fight scene and all that stuff too. So, um, I like the fact that they were the what whose boss were they working
Who
for?
were they working for?
Yeah. So,
Did they mention it? I can't remember.
well, the speculation is Vanessa.
Oh, really?
And the speculation is could be that one gangster dude that was is it episode 5? No, he will later episodes. Remember, he goes into
Oh, he went and visited
the
the
Fisk.
Kingpin. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the question. He's the guy. He's the boss that was behind this as
Okay.
well. So
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Because he's the one that he was told to, pay 1.8
yeah,
million, and then Fisk said make it 2.8. And then
yeah,
that's the next episode. We're gonna
yeah,
head. Um, yeah, I thought I feel like the progression of Matt Murdock's return to Daredevil is uh, the pace of it is it's felt kind of slow, right? The first 4 or 5 episodes, like when are we actually going to see Daredevil, and we get a little glimpse
yeah,
at the end of episode 4, and then we finally see him actually put on some kind of a mask and go kind of brutal,
yeah.
excessive force right at the very
The
end
very end.
of the episode.
We broke that guy's leg. Oh, I was
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
was bloody, man.
snapped and everything. It was gross.
Yeah.
So episode 5 was good. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was. I think it was setting up something that will eventually will come back together. The robbery of the heist. I wonder what the jewel. Why is
Yeah,
that
what
jewel?
that
So,
diamond was, I don't
so, but
know.
did you notice like the gang that came in had different color masks?
Yeah.
If you ever notice, it's the same color as Thanos, as the Infinity Gauntlet's
Oh, is it?
color.
Okay.
Look, I mean, look, there's green, red, and
Yeah,
and
that's
the
true.
and the one that they're trying to the jewels that they were getting was yellow, which is the Mind
Yeah.
Stone. So maybe it's a callback to the gauntlet.
Oh,
I don't know,
maybe.
but I thought it was a solid episode. I agree with you. The character art of Matt becoming Daredevil. I understand the reluctance of putting on that mask again.
Yeah.
But there's an issue that I have in the next episode that like
Okay.
we'll talk about. I'll come back to that. But yes, other than that, I thought it was a solid episode. It was fun. You get to see
Yeah.
Matt working his magic. I love the fact that they used
Yeah.
his power, the way they utilize his power, and the way they present it to the audience. It's really
Yeah.
cool. It's really cool the way it's like okay. And so, and there's a
Yeah, I like
there
that.
was a line in there that was kind of not to Spider-Man No Way Home. is when he says, "What kind of lawyer are you?" He goes, "A very good
Oh,
one."
very good one. Yeah,
The
yeah,
same line is from there, and so.
yeah. That was a good callback.
Is there anything else you want on episode five? Is there anything you don't like about episode five?
Um, anything I don't like about episode five? Yeah, yeah. Now I'm trying to grasp at straws. What I didn't like about it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. What I didn't like about it.
I don't think I disliked
Um,
anything. I think it was fine. It was good. It was entertaining. It delivered just like a bank heist. It delivered,
yeah, yeah. And I feel like the pacing of the episode was all right.
yeah. If you guys haven't
Yeah.
seen Inside Man, go check it out. It's a really really good movie. It's one of the best bank heist movie probably ever, and so it's
So
really good.
it's Denzel Washington
Yeah, and Clyde Owen, and
and
so
Clive Owen.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, since we're done, let's go to episode six, excessive force. Continue from the ending of episode five because that was truly an excessive force that Matt Murdock uh,
Yeah.
did to that guy. So now we get a glimpse. We go to episode six. Right off the bat, I don't really remember episode six that much until towards the end, to be
So
honest.
episode six started off with a like it was the scene was going back and forth between
Oh, that's right.
Kingpin
Yep.
and Matt Murdock. I guess Fist. They don't call him Kingpin right now, but he's Kingpin. Um, so it was going back and forth. He's with his girlfriend, and
That's
she's
right.
asking him questions about vigilantes, and he's trying to just not give in as much. And then Fisk on the other side is going back and forth with the Luca,
Uh
the
huh.
gangster.
The gangster.
Um, and so I guess the music was kind of intense.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this conversation, why is this back and forth so intense? What's
Well,
I don't understand what the reason behind that.
between Lucas and
I understand the story
uh huh.
that they're telling, but I guess I was confused why they decided to do the back and forth. How do those two scenes relate to the story?
Which two scene? I'm trying to when he
So in the very beginning,
when he was talking to Vanessa.
no,
No,
when
no.
he was talking to the gangster Luca
Uh huh.
in his office, because he
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
his office at the beginning, unexpected visitor, and then Matt's talking to his girlfriend about vigilantes. She's trying to get him to
Oh,
interview.
I
They were
think
going back and forth. Did you notice that?
yeah, I think it's just trying to see the reaction of. I think what the scene purposely is just this whole episode is a mirror episode between two people
Yeah, yeah, and
who
that's what I saw felt
who
too.
who is trapped in something that they are not, that's just trying to become who they were supposed to be. I
Yeah,
think the aspect of that was like, I think it's like a trigger mode for these two. Like they're she's touching on some sensitive subject that
yeah,
she wants to get into his world when he's trying to get out of that world.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And in Fist's situation or Kingpin, I think Lucas wants him to come out and truly become, and who he really know who how Fist is,
Become the
become
kingpin
Kingpin.
again.
I think there's that trigger point in those two scenes with both of them. I love this episode. I think episode six, maybe the beginning of it might be one of what might be top three episode of this season so far. Has
Okay. There,
I'm
there was one scene I didn't like,
okay. Let's talk about that. Which one?
and it was when the daughter or niece of
Denise.
White Tiger,
Yeah.
niece, when she comes to Matt Murdock, and I understand her motivation. I
Yeah.
don't understand the dialogue so much in that, because
I.
she's like, I don't know. He's a lawyer. She doesn't know he's capable of anything other than being a lawyer. She
Mhm.
has no idea. And it seems like she has this expectation that he does do something more than what a lawyer does. And to me, I'm like, why? That doesn't make it doesn't fit to me. Like
Okay.
this character coming to Matt, yes, she trusts him, but like she's like, you need to do. He's like, what do you expect me to do? And she said, literally anything. I was like,
But he
What is
is.
he supposed to do as a
Yeah,
lawyer?
lawyer.
Come on, kid. Like this, I don't know. I felt like her motivation to go to him, that character's motivation was kind of weak to go
I
to Matt Murdock.
I think I agree with you because it was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like there was no setup where she's like she just comes in the office, you need to do more. Which that dialogue already happened in episode 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on top of that, she comes. I didn't like the way they use her. They use her as a device to
Kind
get
of a
him to,
MacGuffin.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of get him into being backless. It was, but it wasn't natural because all of a sudden she
Yeah.
comes up, she goes, "Why didn't she tell him before when they met? Like my uncle was into, like was looking into something."
Yeah.
And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, now here's the other questions I have. Matt Murdock had that other guy who's an investigator that works for him. Wouldn't he know what Tiger was doing? They
Right.
had him
Yeah.
looking. Matt had him look into it and found out he was White Tiger. There was
Yeah.
there was something missing there that I thought, okay, this transition to this conversation or dialogue didn't make sense, and
Yeah.
I felt it was
It was kind of forced, I think.
forced and rushed. I think it
Rushed.
was really rushed.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they added a different element to it that does make sense.
Hmm.
And I think what they were trying to do was, have some kind of personal connection there for Matt, right?
But
He's
but why use her when the whole entire time it's about New York City not having anybody? And all of a
Yeah.
sudden you use this girl to come in and be like, "Oh yeah, my uncle was looking at something." You're like, "Oh, now I got to really worry." But wait, you set up that entire premise of New York is not having a hero,
Yeah.
and you're setting up Matt like he's doing it in a different way. And then all of a sudden this girl comes and is like, "Oh yeah, my uncle was looking into something. You should look into it." Like what? Like
Yeah.
that to me didn't work for me. And secondly, don't get me wrong, we waited 5 episodes, five and a half, five and
And
seven
yeah,
quarters, whatever, three
or
quarters.
7/8 of an episode.
So for him to just said F it
F it. Yeah.
and then go dress,
Yeah.
I have an issue with that. I don't
Yeah.
understand. Like all of a sudden, why all of a sudden this girl says one line, my uncle was looking into something that's bad and bad. And yet the entire time there's been news and reports on
Yeah.
news killing people.
Yeah.
Why now? Why all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're like, it's because she was kidnapped. They couldn't find her. And I was like, when she pops in, and I'm like, great. I know for a fact now because I'm watching and I'm like, she's gonna be the reason why he puts on the mask, which I don't want that. I want
Yeah.
him to resolve the issue that he had within himself because of what he crossed the line. Line was crossed. Well,
Yeah.
one girl, all of a sudden now, F it, I'm back. Like, it's just too, it was just too quick. If we
Yeah.
waited this long, I can wait a little longer for him to have an inner emotion, and what's the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for?
Inner conflict.
Yeah, inner conflicts
Yeah.
within himself with Foggy. I would have loved for him to become Daredevil, and he has a conversation in his head with Foggy, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that would have
and,
been cool.
and
Yeah.
Foggy would tell him, "Hey, you have to help the city. You need to do this. You need to be able to do it in both ways. That would
Yeah.
have been more natural, but not when the girl comes. My uncle was working on something, and then she goes and looks like, what?
F it. F it.
F
Yeah.
it. He goes, F it, and then puts on the mask because of that reason. But
Yeah.
because to me, the entire time there was news, there was reports, and it's all about New York City, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
one girl comes. I don't know.
Sherry Cherry. What's the dude's name? The investigator.
I forgot his name.
He told him that what the police had found out that,
Yeah.
they're suspecting 60 plus victims. This guy's the serial killer is already off and because of
So
the paint.
apparently New York don't
So
matter, but when one girl goes again, that's like, oh, F it. I want to
yeah.
become dead.
Yeah.
That didn't work for me. And so, but that's the
Okay.
only issue I have. I
Okay.
have to admit,
Who was the swordsman that was referenced? Is that the dude from
he,
Eternals?
no, that's the dude from Hawkeye. He was the stepdad
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
to
To Kate
who
Bishop.
Kate Bishop. That was the stepdad. In fact, if you go back and watch Hawkeye, he has a sword collection,
Yeah, I
and so
remember that.
when
I remember.
he popped up, I'm like, what the heck? Why are they connecting him, and why
Yeah.
aren't they connecting the mom? Because he had nothing to do with anything in that
Kate
show.
Bishop's mom?
Yeah, Kate Bishop mom was friends
Yeah.
with Kingpin in the show, so it's like, but he
Oh
showed up.
yeah.
He
That's
showed
right.
up, and so he's gonna play. He actually he's a really good dude. I mean, he becomes he. Yeah, I think he fights with the Avengers at one point. So
Oh really?
yeah, in the comics. So,
Okay. All right.
whatever, whatever works. But I love this. One of the things I do love about this episode is the back and forth, the mirror between the two
Yeah.
when they were fighting and
Especially at
Mute.
the end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm yawning. um
You're good.
yeah, at the end there, that was good. And here's the other thing I liked when he was fighting Muse and he's
Yeah.
got him strung up by his
Oh,
cable and he's ready to just end him. Um
he should
there's
have.
not they didn't draw out this conflict that he's having.
No.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
He heard the heartbeat slowing and was like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do and did it.
And I like that.
There
I like
wasn't
that
like a
scene.
whole lot, a long, drawn out, dramatic,
Yeah.
slow motion, dramatic music. It was just, I hear the heartbeat. She's dying. This isn't worth my time. I'm going to save her. That's
See,
more worth my effort.
in the comics, Muse cannot fight.
Oh, really?
They made him
I
a
mean, he's an
he
artist. How many artists do you know
I don't
can
know.
actually compete with Daredevil?
Exactly. I'm like, wait, why is he fighting back? Muse
Artsy people
he he
aren't
sh-
one to, yeah.
he should have killed Muse there, but I get that scene. But he did beat the crap out of him though, man. I think Muse
Yeah.
now knows that Daredevil's back. And I think Muse idolized Daredevil. Because if you watch of all his painting, a lot of them
Oh,
has
yeah.
to do with the
With
eye
the
part, the
vigilantes.
vigilante stuff, and so
Yeah.
he hates fists. We know that. And okay, the other thing that I thought it was, I know Muse is an artist, but for him to draw that big old mural of Kingpin with the bull and then
Oh, the bull.
yeah, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that should have taken him at least 2 years.
Yeah. That's a big mural.
2 years of he
There's
did
no
it in
way
one
one person
night.
can do it in one night. There's no way.
I'm like, oh, at least be realistic. I get he's an artist, but yeah, but I love the back and forth. They're both
Yeah.
beating something, beating. I feel bad for the guy. He had nothing to do with it, but it's just
Right.
Kingpin is being Kingpin again, and Matt
They're
is
embracing what they have been denying
yeah.
this whole series so far.
We have about 3 more episodes to go, so I'd like to see where I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Punisher and Daredevil will join up to fight the task force
Oh, yeah.
that the Kingpin
Put together.
put together, and so that's going to be something interesting. And so I don't think Muse is going to play. I don't know if they catch him, they're just going to kill him. He can't fight. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
but
apparently
but
he can.
but he's brutal. Like he's really brutal. Like in the comics, when Daredevil find his lab or his lair, I should call it, and you see some people were hanging upside
Oh
down.
my
You said
gosh.
in the comics, they're actually like 70 people, and they were still alive. In this, they were dead. So Muse would keep him alive so that he can continue to draw their blood to do his art. Yeah, he's psychotic, dude.
Yeah.
He's really bad, and so. But
Jeez.
that's the episode was cool. I liked the way it ended. I thought. I mean, at
Yeah.
least now we got Daredevil in a suit, so I'm kind of happy about that.
It only took 6 episodes to get there.
And it was so quick too. Eff it. I'm like, what? You went this
Yeah.
whole freaking time, and out of everybody, see, that's what my other thing is like. Out of all the things that could have made him go back to becoming Daredevil, it's the girl, and I don't like that because I like the foggy vision
Yeah.
that he could have had the
And then
conversation.
yeah, that and well, the Punisher, Frank Castle, referenced,
Yeah.
like he said something. You see him,
You
don't
see
you?
him.
And
You hear him.
we
You
saw
hear
we
him.
got one flashback, and it wasn't.
I
Oh yeah, you
know.
hear him. That would have been good to actually hear him speak something to Matt rather than just um the girl like you
I
keep
know.
saying.
Anyway, anything else about episode 6?
Um no, I think that um it was good. The pacing was a little off. I felt like it
It was a
wasn't.
little rushed. I felt a little
Yeah,
rushed
it
in this
was
one.
rushed.
Wasn't
Yeah,
It wasn't methodical. It was more like, let's get to this part
yeah.
and
We've
let's
we've put off
put
having
off
him
too
wear the
much.
mask long enough. Let's just do it. We might as
Yeah.
well kick Kingpin back into being Kingpin at the
Uh,
same time
and I
to
love
show
that
the both
aspect.
of them. Yeah,
I love that back and forth, so it's not bad. So,
yeah,
anyways, folks, that's it from us. I like the episode still, even though I had that issue. We had that issue. We still like the episode. Episode 5 and 6 were solid. We're excited for the
yeah.
next week episode. We'll be back next Sunday, and we will do we'll review episode 7
7.
for you. Anyways, if you have any questions, any comments, what do let us know down below. What do you think of the show so far? Did you like episode 5 and 6, or did you not like it, or do you think that what storyline or how the story is going to move forward with Muse? Is he going to continue to kill? Like all these questions that comes up. I like to be able to answer them. There's some Easter eggs in there that I thought it was pretty clever. Not a lot.
Did Muse escape?
Yeah, he did. He's not
Okay.
dead. He's gone. So he escaped. But anyways, we'll just let us know. Don't forget to subscribe. We will be back next week.